Good morning, YouTube. What's going on? Today is Monday the 11th of July and it is basically 10 weeks until my birthday, until I turn the big 29, and I've been enjoying myself a lot recently. If you follow me on Instagram or if you follow the channel, you'll know that I've been away quite a lot recently, so it's definitely time to get back into training, and that starts now. I'm really excited actually. For the next 10 weeks I'm going to be on a strength training program, and I have decided to try and achieve, I mean this is a pretty big ask to be fair, but to try and achieve 10% strength gains. It's early, all right, bear with me. 10% strength gains across my main compound list, which is squat, deadlift and bench. I will obviously be training other stuff around that, not just those three, but I'm really sort of concentrating on trying to up them over the next 10 weeks. So this is week 1, day 1, back to the start. As you can see, I've got my breakfast, which is some fuel protein granola, banana and some cashew nuts. I'll eat this and then we're doing it. We're straight to the gym, we're starting. I'm looking for 3 sets of 8 reps today on a back squat, and then I'll do the same for a deadlift, and I'll do the same for a bench. To clarify, I should probably talk you through what I mean by 10% strength gains. My back squat, 1 rep max is 150, but right now I definitely couldn't get that. So we're looking at 165, which is that's probably a bit of a stretch, to be honest with you, but let's aim for it and then see how close we can get. My deadlift is 200 really, so we're looking at 220, and my bench is 130, and I'm definitely not putting 13 kilos on that and getting to 143, but again, we'll see how we go. Yo, so gym session done. A good start actually. I didn't think it would feel as good as it did, but the reps actually felt very good. So a good start to the 10 weeks. And if you are jumping on it, I know a few of you have spoke to me on Instagram and you are following it, which is great, and you're jumping in on the workouts too. Do keep me up to date with your progress. I'll be really keen to see how it goes, because if you're consistent with anything over 10 weeks, then absolutely you're going to see progress. But hopefully this gives you a bit of an insight into my training at least, and what I'm trying to achieve in terms of strengthening. If you are thinking of joining the army, then 100% this sort of stuff is great. Like, strength is the foundation of everything that you will do in your career in the army. And to be fair, any sort of performance related activity, strength is the absolute foundation, so you can't be strong enough. Okay, cool, so I ran out of food, so this is what I bought. You get the idea, it's chicken, eggs, sausages, and lots of rice. The training's going to be, so week 1 is going to be more hypertrophy based. So it's going to be hypertrophy and strength. The difference between the two is hypertrophy is a higher rep range, which is more focused. It will build strength, but it's more focused on building muscle mass. Okay, so for those of you looking to put on size, you'll probably want to be in a rep range between 8 and 12 reps. If it's strength related, your reps want to be lower. So essentially the weight is heavier. So you can lift heavier but for fewer reps. I'm going to do hypertrophy this week, so on week 1, and then not across every single lift, but definitely across the 3 ones that I said earlier, the squat, the deadlift and the bench press. And then next week we'll go into strength, and then the week after we'll go even a lower rep range, which means pushing the weight. So it'll basically be 5 reps followed by 3 reps, and that's the way we're going to do it. And then after that we will go for a 1 rep max on week 4, see where we're at, and that should give me an indication of where I'm currently at, back into training, all that sort of stuff. And then my thought process is we have another 6 weeks to build on that, including a deload week as well, so we don't burn out. So that is lunch, very easy. Chicken breast, like 220 grams, I think. So quite a lot of protein, rice, green beans, and red onion. I'll put the macros on the screen now so you can check that out. But I'll speak to you later, probably this evening, and I'll tell you how the rest of the day's gone in. I'm sorry. I've let myself down. I didn't go uni, but I imagine that is very much a classic uni meal. Basically, like, it is 14 minutes past 9. Okay, it's been a mega manic day. I did manage to get a run in though. I'll go through that in a minute. I'm just gonna eat, but I don't know if you can see behind me, but things are looking a lot more empty. Essentially, cleaners have come today and basically given the place a good go over, but I had to turn the fridge freezer off, which means that all the food wasn't very fresh. So yeah, what can you do? You know, this happens, but I actually don't mind eating stuff like this. To be fair, I'm pretty easily pleased. I think I feel like I'm regressing with this in the culinary department, but I will do myself justice next time. A bit too much sauce. As I said, it's been busy, it's been hectic, but the place is coming on. All my stuff's been ordered now, so hopefully that will arrive in the next 10 days, and I can start making this place feel a little bit more like home, which will be cool, and I can show you guys the finished product. But yeah, so 2 workouts for the day. The first one being strength based or hypertrophy based, mainly working with back squats, pull-ups, and power cleans. And then I'll put the run stuff up, but essentially what I'm trying to do is incorporate negative splits. I follow some really good running channels out there, and also I have some friends that are exceptionally good runners, far better than I am. And I've done negative splits before, but I don't, again, consistently incorporate it into my training, but it's something I'm going to do because actually I really enjoyed it. In very layman's terms, I do a warm-up about a kilometre, a K easy moderate, whatever pace that is for you, 1K moderate, and then 1K hard. I then rest for a minute and I repeat that cycle. And actually the second round felt really good. My legs were obviously a little bit tender from this morning, or just didn't have loads in them, but that was essentially it. Defrosting off. That is just to prove I had no fresh food. All right, that is it. That is the first day of my new training plan, and pretty much you get to see what I'm up to as well. So I hope that was relatively informative. I am pretty excited to see where this is going to go. If you like this sort of stuff or want to keep up to date with me over the next 10 weeks, then click subscribe, hit the likes button. Honestly, it really helps me out. You probably hear other YouTubers say that as well, but it genuinely does help us out so much. So do hit the like button and then click the bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Have a good week, and I'll see you all next week with a brand new video.